Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn the help for the visually impaired on or off. By swiping down on the screen, you can purchase the full game. You can exit the game in the same way you exit any other application on your device. To activate the help, swipe up with 2 fingers on your screen at any time during the game.
Calm down. It will all be all right. When was the last time you saw him?
In the room. I just went to the bathroom and suddenly he was just gone.
All right, everyone. Please calm down. We are here.
Please, Miss Wells, help me. Please.
Adele, calm down. We'll sort it all out.
No, Hugo is gone. Something must have happened to him. I just know it.
Maybe he's just hiding somewhere.
No, he wouldn't do that. Please, Miss Wells, you're a police officer. Please find him. Please do something.
How does she know I'm a police officer? Should I ask her? Don't worry, Mrs. Caswell. I'm sure your son is okay.
I just wish I could believe you.
But you'll find him, right?
Me?
Oh, please, you have to find him. You have to help us.
But
But what?
if I go after the boy, I'd risk exposing myself. But what if something's really happened to him? Should I help?
But what?
You're a police officer. You have to help me.
Miss Wells, I know you're on holiday, but the Caswells are desperate.
Okay, then. Ethel, is it possible that the boy got out somehow?
That's impossible. I've been at reception the whole evening. He didn't pass through there.
In that case, he must still be at the hotel.
Unfortunately, I guess you're right.
Unfortunately.
Miss Wells, do you remember why we had to check you into a different room?
What do you mean?
Of course, I think that Hugo is probably just hiding somewhere. But
Please don't start with your ghost stories.
Why is everyone just standing there? Please do something.
Adele, calm down.
He might be suffering somewhere while you're all just talking.
Calm down.
Hugo, darling, where are you? Hugo, where are you? Can somebody do something? Hugo!
Do not yell, Mrs. Kessler.
Hugo!
He obviously does
Oh,
not
just
hear.
leave me alone! I need to find him. Don't just stand there staring. Do something!
I need to calm Mrs. Caswell down. Gently or quickly.
Hugo! Hugo!
Mrs. Caswell. Mrs. Caswell!
Oh!
How dare you lay a hand on my wife?
Are you okay, Mrs. Caswell?
Yes.
Please forgive me, but I need you to stay calm.
Yes.
Now, please go back to your room. And your husband, too. The same applies to you, Reverend.
As you wish.
Ethel, please lock the entrance to the hotel and inform the staff.
right away, love.
Hugo will probably show up eventually and will come looking for you in your room. So don't leave the room under any circumstances.
But,
Is that clear?
Yes.
I'll personally check all the rooms and other areas in the hotel.
Thank you.
That's okay. It's my job, after all. Okay. Ethel has locked the entrance. All the guests are in their rooms. And I'm here. I guess I can forget about quietly getting out of here tomorrow without anyone remembering me. What have I got myself into? If only my head didn't hurt so much. There are 3 rooms on this floor. I'm guessing by the crying the Caswells must be checked into room number 1. Detective Broderick said he was staying right next door, and the 3rd room must be the Reverend's. Has any of this got something to do with why I'm here? I can't imagine the drunk Reverend or the weepy mother inviting me here. But if it's neither of them, then who is it? I should check on the Keswells first. Find out how it all started. That doesn't sound pleasant. I should probably leave them alone and not just stand there and eavesdrop. But who knows what else I can find out about. Should I knock on the door, or just listen for a while?
Come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you. And, Mrs. Keswell, I want to apologize for hitting you earlier.
Don't worry about it. I've been through worse.
Can't you leave us alone now?
Have you found him? Do you know anything?
I'm sorry. Not yet. I need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Yes. Of course.
Adele, but...
Oh, Richard. Please, go on.
When and where was the last time you saw your son?
How original.
Richard, stop it. About an hour ago, maybe 1.5. He was sitting on the bed here, reading, and I went to have a shower, and I couldn't have been gone long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But when I came out of the bathroom, he was gone.
And where were you at that time, Mr. Keswell?
Down in the lobby.
Sitting at the bar.
Is it possible that Hugo went downstairs to look for you?
I would have seen him if he'd been there.
Oh, he wouldn't have just left the room like that.
So how come he's not here?
Just relax. Relax. Mrs. Keswell, you said that Hugo had been reading before you left.
Yes, he was just sitting here on the bed, reading. Oh, my poor boy.
He must be a very smart boy if he can read already. How old is he? 5?
6. He turned 6 a few days ago. This holiday was supposed to be a gift for him as well.
I taught him how to read when he was 4. He didn't want to. Couldn't focus. But he finally got the hang of it.
That's amazing. What does he like to read?
Fairy tales and fantasy. He's still slow, but, he's still so small. He brought Alice in Wonderland here with him.
Really?
With all due respect, couldn't you just leave us the hell alone?
Richard, he's trying to help us.
By browsing through the books? What's the point of that? Wouldn't you like to know what we had for breakfast or something else that's so important?
Should I keep questioning the father or the mother? I'm sorry, Mr. Keswell, but every detail is crucial.
Christ, the boy likes fairy tales, just like any other kid of his age. How will that help?
Stop it!
It's all
Stop it.
nonsense.
Why do you think that?
What?
Why do you think it's all nonsense?
Miss Wells knows what she's doing.
Nothing's happened. If it was serious, I'd call the real police.
Oh, now you're crossing the line.
Hugo's probably sitting somewhere and stuffing himself with donuts.
What do you even know about him? You don't even care about him.
And you don't care about anything else.
I've had enough. Should I intervene or leave?
Well, excuse me, but he's my child.
But you won't leave him alone for even a second.
Well, I leave him alone this one time, and now look what's happened.
Enough! With all due respect, I don't have time for this, and I'm not in the mood to listen to your arguments. I want to help you, but I can only do so if you cooperate.
But if you weren't stuffing him with donuts all the time, he wouldn't be running around here alone.
You'd rather not feed him at all.
You're overreacting again.
I'm not in the
No,
mood
you're
for this.
scolding him every time I give him something.
Give! You're stuffing him like a turkey.
I guess I won't find out anything interesting from the Keswells. But where to now? To the detective or the Reverend? Should I visit the detective or the Reverend? I'll go see Detective Broderick. Who knows? Maybe he'll help me with the search. What's that sound? Has he fallen asleep?
It wasn't me. Don't take photos
Is
of
he sleep-talking?
Go away.
I wonder what he's dreaming about. Should I knock or let him sleep? I don't have a choice. I'll wake him up.
What is it?
Thanks.
Sorry,
Oh, it's you, dear colleague. Come on in then.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for waking you
No,
up.
it's not that. I wasn't sleeping. Would you like to have a glass of whiskey with me?
Now,
Why not? It's after
a
5.
child's gone missing here.
Oh, this thing.
I could use your help.
Well, but
But what?
I'm just in the middle of another case. More complicated, and it requires my utmost attention.
Another case? Aren't you on vacation?
Some crimes can never be dropped. You can do this on your own, Miss Wells.
Are you serious?
Please. Some kid is playing hide and seek with his parents. He has nowhere to go, and nothing can happen to him here.
Are you willing to take that chance?
No. I guess you're right. We should do something,
Thank
just
you.
to be sure. A missing child is kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And that's a huge deal, an important one.
Well, yes.
I think the kidnapper...
A kidnapper.
Well, we always need to take the worst scenario into account.
All of a sudden.
So the kidnapper must certainly be someone who can rarely be seen. Maybe even the bartender. Apparently, he couldn't come because of the storm tonight. But what if he's hiding here somewhere? Or the chef. Have you seen him?
I met him at the bar downstairs.
The guy's a real piece of work. I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved in this. Maybe both of them are behind this. That's also possible.
Why did I even come here? Is there any point to keep listening to him? I'm sorry, but I need to question the other guests.
Of course. Good luck then.
Yes, thank you.
Until later.
Well, that was painful. I could go to the Reverend now, or just straight to the second floor. Should I go to the Reverend, or to the second floor? So, the Reverend. That's strange. I swear I could hear him a moment ago. Well, I'll go check the second floor for now.
The game is paused.
So, except for the room that I'm staying in, there are 2 other rooms. The mysterious and locked room number 5, and another room that I know nothing about. Where should I go? To the locked room number 5, or to the other room? Room number 5. The cursed room, full of ghosts and boogeymen, in desperate need of an exorcism. Well, I guess there is something intriguing about it. Maybe a curious little boy would want to see a ghost and go inside. Or was he afraid of the room and wanted to get as far away from it as possible? Okay, ghost room. Bring it on. Locked. What a surprise. And I can't just pry it open. The lock looks sturdy and I look too suspicious already. I don't think Hugo is here. Unless he's managed to get inside another way. But how? The child's gone missing. I don't have time to tiptoe around and waste my time with ghost stories. I need the keys, but the Reverend has them, and he's God knows where. Maybe if I try to...
What are you still doing here?
I'm looking for Mr. McCarthy.
What?
He's got the keys to this room.
I see.
Are you really drinking now?
And why not? Don't think about the Reverend. After all, he's a man of faith and a drunk. He wouldn't kidnap a child. Trust me, we should speak to the chef.
But I need to get into the locked room.
But why? You've said it yourself, that it's locked.
Actually, you're right.
See? So calm down and come to the kitchen with me.
Look, that theory of yours is fascinating for sure, but...
No but. Let's go.
Could I at least stop by my room?
To the kitchen.
Broderick! Broderick! I've got more important things to do than look after him. But what if he does something stupid? And what if that chef really knows something about the boy? Should I follow him to the kitchen or go to my room? I'd better go to the kitchen. Who knows what Broderick could do there?
You'll see, Wells. The chef is our man.
Oh, come on. We don't have any clues. No leads, nothing.
Exactly. Perfect cover-up, isn't it?
And why do you think he would do that?
What do I know? Why would anybody murder anyone, or rape, or rob? The criminal's mind is mysterious and full of dark corners.
But that's complete
What are you
nonsense.
doing here? Well?
Good evening, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, what do you want? I'm busy.
I'm sorry for disturbing you, but...
You want something to drink again, or what?
No, not at all. You know, Mr. Broderick and I,
Enough with this chit-chat. Let's go to the kitchen, shall we?
What?
Only speak when you're spoken to.
Mr. Big Detective, huh? Well, take your power trip back to wherever you got that bad attitude.
Just calm down, Mr. Rogers.
I can say what I want. When I want. In my kitchen. My rules, understand?
For now. What were you doing today between 5 and 7 p.m.?
What's it to you?
Answer the questions.
Mom, please, what's his point?
Well, you know...
Come on, Wells. The clock is ticking. We can either just stand here and chit-chat or go to the kitchen and deal with this. Up and at 'em. It's up to you.
We could just stay here, but what if Broderick is right?
Let's go, shall we?
Calm down, Broderick.
But
I said, calm down.
Well, okay.
Mr. Rogers, we're searching for a missing child.
What child?
Well, the Keswell's son has gone missing.
Oh, God. When?
You really don't know?
No what?
Don't lie.
Look, I'm not lying. I've been here all day, slaving in this kitchen. Nobody told me nothing. Mum, please, seriously, I'm not lying.
How come that you haven't heard anything? Poor Mrs. Caswell screamed all through this place.
Look, I don't know anything about any of this. I'm in the kitchen all the time. It's so loud in there, and then there's that storm raging outside. I really haven't heard anything. Trust me. Mum, you believe me, don't you?
Should I believe him or not? Don't worry, Mr. Rogers. We just need to search the entire hotel, including the kitchen. That's it.
All right. Come in, then.
Thank you.
We are finally getting somewhere.
Mum, tell me the boy's gonna be okay, right? Please, tell me he's gonna be fine.
Should I comfort him? I wouldn't worry. I'm sure nothing's happened to him.
Righto, then. Come in. This is our kitchen. Nothing special. 3 stoves, 2 ovens. I work here alone. You know, a lot of people used to visit this hotel. There used to be, well, 3 or 4 of us here. But now, especially in the off-season, I usually make, like, 5 or 10 portions for each meal, depending on the day and reservations. Most of that's for the staff. Otherwise, it's to order.
And what's that noise?
Central ventilation. I've been telling them it needs fixed for a while now. Still nothing.
Okay, now I understand why you couldn't hear Mrs. Keswell.
And that you're grumpy all the time.
What?
Nothing.
It doesn't seem like a child could hide here.
I've told you so. It's pretty tight in here. I would have noticed it.
Make no mistake, dear colleague. You have to search in places you wouldn't normally think of checking. What about the oven?
Oh, please, there's nothing in there.
And what about the pot?
You can't be serious.
Roderick, what are you doing?
It's better to check everything.
Go ahead then, Sherlock. I'm making clam chowder in that for tomorrow.
Really hot. As it should be.
Mr. Rogers, and what about these two doors?
What?
These two doors.
Oh, one leads to the dry storage, and the other one to the walk-in freezers.
May I have a look inside, please?
If you wanna, but I'm telling you, nobody's there. Check the lobby, the rooms, the cellar, I don't know.
Keep your advice to yourself and open the door.
Fine. Where do you want to have a look?
Should I check the storage room or the walk-in freezer? Open the freezer, please.
You all right?
Hurry up.
Why don't you try it yourself? It's stuck.
That needs some serious muscles.
And that's certainly something a little boy doesn't have.
Well, that's true. But who knows? Maybe someone locked him in there.
And who would that be?
I never share sensitive information with suspects.
Oi!
Stop it and just open it, Mr. Rogers.
All right, all right.
Can you see anything?
Nothing. No, just frozen meat. It's so cold in here.
-10, Mom.
What?
There's nothing in here.
Rogers, turn the ventilator off. I can't hear a word. Haven't you heard? Turn it off.
I have, but I'm not going to do it.
Please.
Play with me.
Oh, can you two stop it?
The operating room clearly states that the ventilation must be on during the kitchen's operating hours.
I don't care about your rules. Just turn it off. I can't solve it like this.
As if you could solve anything.
What did you say?
You heard.
For the last time, I'm ordering you to turn off the ventilation.
And for the last time, I'm telling you, that's not going to happen.
Enough! We can't go on like this. You obviously won't stop arguing, so one of you needs to go.
But it's my kitchen.
My investigation.
Stop it! Who should I send away? The chef or the detective? Mr. Rogers, please leave.
But I'm responsible for all this. I can't just leave you here.
Haven't you heard?
Look, there are regulations against that, you know? It's about sanitation. Something happens.
Please leave.
Fine. Whatever. If anyone has food poisoning here, it will be on you.
Roderick, find out how to turn the ventilation off.
Yes.
There's nothing in the freezer, so I'll have a look in the storage.
Sure. So, is there anything out there?
Nothing, no. Nothing. Just a couple of preserves. Potatoes.
Damn it. But the chef has to know something. I can feel it. He has to know something.
What was that all about?
Maybe I was being a bit harsh, but you don't know the job as I do. He's got to be hiding something.
You're drunk. I can smell it all the way over here.
Oh, come on. What's one drink? I'm on vacation.
Please just calm down a little.
I'm okay.
Go to your room and lie down for a few, Detective.
No. Now, there's no way. Let's keep going. The cellar. We haven't checked the cellar yet. We need to have a look down there.
I can do that myself.
No, I'll go with you.
The only place you'll go is to bed. You'll feel better in the morning.
You can't do this to me. This is my investigation, my big chance.
Don't make it worse than it already is.
I need to find that freaking child. Do you understand me? I have to find him.
I'll find him, don't worry.
That won't help me. It has to be me. I finally have to prove that I can handle it, that I can do it.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
Nobody's ever given me a chance. Every time I found a lead, they took me off a case. Everyone has always stolen my shine, but not anymore. Not today.
I don't follow.
Do you have any idea what it feels like when everyone at the station is pointing fingers at you? When they're laughing at you and won't let you do anything? But I haven't done anything wrong.
Broderick.
No. They're sending me off on vacation, but I know what it is. I've got intuition. They're firing me. Once I come back to Glasgow, they'll tell me I'm fired. Do you have any idea how it feels? I've made just one mistake, one stinking mistake. But that guy just looked so polite. So I let him go. Why should I spend my whole life suffering for that?
Go to your room. Just lie down, get some rest. You're tired.
You're just like the others. You think that you're better than me. But one day, you'll make a mistake too. You'll make a wrong decision, and it will be over.
Broderick! Broderick! God. Great. That's exactly what I needed. All I wanted was to hand over the evidence and get out of here. I wish I could just go to my room, pack my bags, and get away from this place and all of these people. But that's not possible anymore. I can't leave until that little boy is found. Should I have another look around here? I'll have another look around here, just in case. Nothing. Broken tiles, dirty dishes, but no sign that Hugo has been here. What's this? It's a photo. A pregnant woman standing in front of the hotel. Who could this be? There's Viola written on the back of the photo. Maybe a relative of Roger's? Damn it. I shouldn't have let him leave like that. I should go to the reception and ask about the cellar. I don't want to spend another minute in this kitchen.
Mrs. Caswell, please go back to your room.
That's not happening. I'm not going to just sit here while Hugo is missing.
I'm sure Miss Wells will find him soon. You just need to calm down.
No, soon is not soon enough.
Dear, you're finally here.
Have you found Hugo? Have you got him? Where is he?
No, not yet.
Please. You have to find him.
Well, I have been thinking.
Yes, dear?
Ethel, you're supposed to have keys to the cellar.
Yes, sure, but what for?
What? Cellar keys?
Why would the boy go down to the cellar?
Well, we need to search every room.
What would he do there?
Maybe he was curious.
Yes, that's true. Well, we've all heard the terrible rumors.
Those are no rumors. Viola...
Viola?
Our chef's wife. You know, she hanged herself. Poor Tom.
But Hugo wouldn't...
Just calm down, Mrs. Caswell. Everything's going to be okay.
I can't calm down.
I understand.
I can't just sit and... I can't. I...
Ms. Washington, please give me the keys.
But you can't go there. It's not...
Please, this won't get us anywhere.
All right then, but don't come telling me I haven't warned you. This isn't about any regulation. Nobody should go down there. Just go down this hallway and turn right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a door at the end and you'll need to use this key.
Okay.
Then down there, under the stairs, there is another door, and that's this key right here.
Okay.
But please, don't be down there for too long.
All right, thank you.
I'll go with you.
What?
Mrs. Caswell, please.
No, I have to.
That's not really a good idea.
I don't care. You can't stop me. Miss Wells, please take me with you.
Should I take her with me? I suppose I can't convince you to stay in your room, can I?
No.
Okay, Mrs. Caswell, you can come with me.
Oh, thank you.
But you will stick with me. Is that clear? You will do what I say when I say it.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, let's go then. Cover your mouth and nose, Mrs. Caswell.
It smells awful here.
It's just mold. I'm sure they don't air it out much down here.
Hugo would certainly never...
The door downstairs.
Is something wrong?
Someone's already unlocked it. Stay with me, Mrs. Caswell.
Hugo? Hugo, are you there? I can't see anything.
There must be a switch here somewhere. But how are we supposed to find it in the dark?
Did you hear something?
Come on. I'll take you back upstairs. I'll come back here alone with a torch.
No, that's okay. I just... What was that? That sound. I know it. It's...
Mrs. Caswell, stick with me.
Ah!
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's just... that sound.
We need to go back to get some light. Give me your hand.
What was that?
That was the door we came in through.
What's happening?
Mrs. Caswell, don't be scared. The wind must have closed the door.
But that's Hugo. Hugo? Hugo, are you there?
Wait!
Hugo!
You don't know where you're...
Hugo!
Mrs. Caswell! Oh, now what? I can't do much in the dark. But what if something happens to her? Should I go back to get a torch or look for Mrs. Caswell? Oh, screw it! Mrs. Caswell! I'm coming to you! Wait! Hello? Hello? What's going on here? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, God, this headache. I feel like my head is gonna explode. Mrs. Caswell, where are you? I'm coming! Ah! My hand. Oh, it's bleeding. Oh, Mrs. Caswell!
I'm here!
What's going on? Can you please try to open the door?
I can't!
Damn it. Just wait, I'll get someone. Don't go anywhere. What's going on?
There's somebody in here! Help me!
Mrs. Caswell, what's in there? Mrs. Caswell!
Open the door!
Hold on! Damn it! I have to open this door somehow.
Please! Open the door!
Oh, my head. This door's just stuck. Someone must have locked it. If I had a gun, I could shoot the lock. Damn it! But maybe I could find something to break down the door. Should I try open the lock or break down the door? No, I don't have time to play with the lock. I have to break the door down. I'm working on it, Mrs. Caswell, all right? There must be something here. A pipe! Mrs. Caswell, stay away from the door! Come to the hotel. Hand over the evidence. Save the child. Save yourself. There are just some things you can't control. Are you okay? What happened?
Somebody...
What's that in your hand?
It was hanging from the rope here.
Was that Hugo's?
It's his favourite toy. He's always running around the house with it and...
Mrs. Caswell, we should go.
Where is he?
I guess I should try to comfort her, but do I have the time for that? Come on, Mrs. Caswell, stop it.
Oh, what?
We don't have time for this now.
I'm sorry, I know.
If we want to find your son, we have to keep going.
But where? Where to?
There is one place I haven't been yet. The locked room upstairs.
Yes, I see.
Let's go.
Darling, hold on, just wait.
I need to get into that locked room upstairs. The Reverend has the keys. What else can I do?
It's raining cats and dogs outside. It won't do any good going out there now, Miss Wells.
Were you trying to stop Mr. McCarthy from leaving as well?
Of course I was. But he didn't let me talk him out of it. He said he had to go and did not wish to be disturbed, in the hotel's interest.
This is in the Caswell's interest.
That's nonsense. Hugo is just hiding somewhere. Mrs. Caswell, say something.
Be careful out there.
Oh, come on. You won't find the Reverend anyway. He's been gone for God knows how long.
This island's not that big.
Stop! Please don't go out there. The Reverend will certainly be back soon.
Why do you care about him so much?
I care about this hotel, dear. I want all of us to be happy and safe.
Then let me go out.
But
You'll either let me go get the keys, or I'm breaking the door down.
the storm...
Ethel, please. Take Mrs. Caswell to her room and look after her.
As you wish, darling. Let's go, Mrs. Caswell.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, I'm outside. Where could Mr. McCarthy possibly go? Am I supposed to search this whole island? Ooh, I should hurry up. God, I can't see a thing. This rain is crazy. The road splits here. If I go to the left, I'll get further in the middle of the island. If I go right and down the hill, it leads to the pier where the ferry to the mainland leaves from. Should I go to the pier or further inland? I'm sure the Reverend wanted to escape. Where else would he go other than the pier? Oh my God! Will this storm ever end? I need to be careful. These rocks are slippery, and the pier doesn't look that stable either. One wrong step and... Mr. McCarthy! I can't see him anywhere. Not even a place where he could hide. Just a wooden pier. No shelter, no bench, nothing. He's definitely not here. Unless he's fallen off. Should I go closer to the water, even if it's dangerous? I can't risk him drowning here. Mr. McCarthy! Reverend! Reverend! Mr. McCarthy! The pier doesn't look very stable. I should probably... Oh! Damn it! That was close. I nearly fell in the water. All right. I need to find the Reverend. Where am I? Wait. That's a church. Well, at least it used to be. It looks a little run down. That voice. It's the Reverend. So that's where he's been. But what is he doing here? And what's he saying? Should I go inside or wait to see what happens? Mr. McCarthy!
It's... hey, what are you doing here?
I'm wondering that myself. It's the middle of the night. Awful weather. What kind of man would leave the hotel right now?
No madman, maybe just a fool. You may laugh at me, but I always walk around in a storm. It brings me peace in a strange kind of way.
That's quite strange. It's almost hard to believe.
One can sometimes believe as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Am I right, Alice?
If you think so.
Anyway, tell me, what are you doing in here in such bad weather? Were you, looking for me?
Truthfully? Yes, I was.
Is that so? But, well, you did not have to do that. I was going to head back soon.
Were you? What are you sitting on, then?
Sitting?
I'm neither blind nor stupid, Mr. McCarthy. Why have you taken a suitcase for your nighttime stroll? Why did you want to leave?
I am scared.
Of what? Is there something you haven't told me?
What on earth?
Where's my son?
Mr. Caswell, what are you doing here?
You stay out of this.
It seems like we all needed a little air tonight, didn't we?
You'll be laughing on the other side of your face.
Mr. Caswell!
What are you
Where's
doing?
my son, you bastard?
What? I do not know.
Don't lie.
Mr. Caswell, calm down.
Hugo disappears, and the weirdest guy in the hotel just happens to sneak away. Where's my son?
That's enough.
You have no right to boss me around. You've promised to find Hugo, and nothing's happened. You've just been walking around, chatting, and slapping up the guests. So you'll either help me get him to talk,
Alice, please.
or get out of
Stop
my way.
him. Arrest him. You cannot just let him do
Shut
this.
Now what? Should I stand up for Mr. Caswell or the Reverend? Stop it!
Get out of my way!
Only if you calm down!
This is about my son!
Well, that doesn't give you any right to beat someone.
What can you know?
Stop it now!
Oh, my head!
Pull yourself together, Mr. Caswell.
Oh, thank you, Alice. Thank you.
No, I'm not done with you yet. Just start talking. Enough is enough.
But... All right, then. I'm not Reverend Timothy McCarthy. Reverend McCarthy doesn't exist. My real name is Patrick Graham. I'm an actor. Well, I don't even know if I'm an actor anymore. I was pretty successful at the local theater, but when I tried doing movies, My greatest achievement was doing a movie as an extra this one time. A reverend hanging around in a park. I didn't have a single line. The movie was awful. But when I was walking down the street in that robe, people treated me differently. They were smiling at me, letting me go first in line. It was amazing. As if I was someone else, I started wearing the clothes more often. I was getting used to it. Suddenly, I didn't care people didn't want me in their movies. I created my own character. Reverend Timothy McCarthy from America. After some time, I thought I could make some money out of it. So I started going around to haunted houses and hotels, where I was pretending to perform various rituals to cleanse those places. And that's how I got here.
And what have you done to my son?
Nothing, I swear.
Don't lie.
It's true. What would I do to him?
Patrick, was it?
Yes.
Tell us the whole truth.
Oh, this is the whole truth. Why would I do anything to a child? I'd only draw attention to myself.
I believe you.
Do you?
I do. What would he gain from kidnapping your son?
I don't know.
Mr. Graham, I need you to give me the key for room number 5.
What?
What bloody key?
I need to get into that locked room. It's important.
To hell with that room.
Calm down.
All I care about is Hugo.
And I'm trying to find him.
Are you? I feel like all you're trying to do is to look for some keys.
Because it's all connected.
How? How would Hugo get inside?
I don't know. But there's nowhere else he could be. I just know it. I can feel it. There's something wrong with that room.
If you think it's ghosts, trust me, I've never seen any. Neither here, nor anywhere else.
No, I don't mean ghosts. Room number 5. I was supposed to stay in there. Someone's brought me here and told me to go in that room. Then your son goes missing and so many things happen. All of this just can't be a coincidence.
What's going to happen now?
I need to get back to the hotel. I won't wait another minute.
And what's going to happen to me?
Well, I don't know. It's complicated.
How is that?
Mr. Graham here has committed fraud. And you,
Me?
Mr. Caswell, intimidation, assault.
Are you for real?
I can't just let you run around like this.
I know. But Hugo's my son. Maybe I don't show it much, but he means the world to me. His mother and I married her for money. But Hugo...
Oh, Lord. What's going to happen to us?
I don't know yet. I'll deal with all of this once I find Hugo. Come on, let's get back to the hotel.
Then.
All right.
Hello? Who is it?
Ethel! Ethel, are you here?
Darling, is that you?
Good evening.
Why is it so dark in here?
It's because of the storm. The lightning must have struck the power line. I was just about to get some candles and a torch. Wait, are there more of you? Where are you?
By the door! There's 3 of us.
I'll be right over. Mr. Caswell, what are you doing here?
Well, you know...
You don't know?
What?
We met outside. He must have walked past you.
I don't remember anyone leaving.
She wasn't here when I left.
Maybe when I was taking poor Mrs. Caswell to her room.
How is she?
A bit better. I brought her something to calm her down.
Thank you.
But what were you doing outside, Mr. Caswell? And you, Reverend?
Be brave, Madam Washington.
But why?
Well...
Did something happen, dear?
Should I tell her the truth about the Reverend? The Reverend, he,
Yes?
The Reverend Just needed to go for a little walk to get some fresh air.
Really?
Really?
Of course. Isn't that so?
Oh, yes, it is. You know, I just wanted to pray for Mr. Caswell's son in private.
What?
That was very generous of him, wasn't it, Mr. Caswell?
Well, of course. Thank you very much, Reverend.
Darling, do you have any news about Hugo?
Not yet. I need to check the locked room upstairs. The Reverend has given me the key.
If it is for the sake of the investigation...
Okay, I'll bring you a torch. Just wait here.
Thank you very much.
You must be...
Thank you very much, Alice, but why were you covering up for me?
If I had to explain everything to her, I would have wasted a lot of time.
Thank you. I'll go to my room. I'm soaking wet.
Mr. Caswell.
I'll go check on my wife.
Welcome to the harbour.
What was that?
Just find our son. I'm begging.
Mrs. Caswell?
You'll find him, right?
It is the last...
Ethel!
Is it not?
Trust me. We should speak.
Who's there?
What are you doing here?
Oh, it is a terrible suffering indeed.
Who is it?
He was hanging from the rope here.
Where's my son?
Judy? Judy, hello? Judy, hello? I think I've seen the car that... Damn it! Judy, are you there? To all patrols, this is Constable Wells. I'm chasing a suspect driving on A31 towards town. The suspect is driving what appears to be a green Lotus Elite. Oh, damn it! What was that? Oh my God, someone's lying there. He's hit someone. God, he's hit someone. Oh, that's a child. That's a child. It's... Oh God. What was that? Out there. It's a shadow. Or an animal. Alice, pull yourself together. You can't let that guy get away. You have to catch him. He can't get away with this. How could I have let that happen? Alice, calm down. Breathe in. Breathe out. The locked room number 5. What was that? It's coming from inside. Should I enter or listen behind the door for a while?
Miss Wells, you're finally here. We've been waiting for you, haven't we, Hugo?
Mm-hmm.
Please sit down.
Mrs. Caswell.
Please, after everything we've been through today, call me Adele.
Okay. What's going on here?
You still don't know? Well, I'm not really surprised after everything we've...
How did you get in here? How did you find Hugo?
Quite easily. I was the one who put him in here. Right, Hugo?
But why?
I wanted to see how you would act. What you would do. If you would help me find him.
Who are you, really?
Oh, you don't remember me? Oh, well, it's true, I was much younger back then. And I had a different surname. I am Adele Garland.
Garland. That accident. September 13th, 1975.
The night of September 13th, 1975. The night when police officer Alice Wells fled the scene of an accident and did not help a young, dying boy. Hugo Garland.
But I didn't do anything.
My brother.
So you're the one who's brought me here?
Yes.
Why? Why now? haven't done anything to you. That child, I didn't...
My brother.
I didn't hit him. I did what I had to do. If I had tried to help him, the murderer would have got away.
Do you have the envelope I wanted from you?
What?
The evidence file. 111. Do you have it?
I don't know. I think...
No, of course you don't. You've left it in your room. It's been there all evening. Such a small package. Hasn't it? Have you looked inside?
No.
Well, open it. Please.
What's all this?
Photographs. Photographs from that evening. Photographs of my brother. I was 21 back then. It had been my birthday a few weeks before. My parents weren't at home that evening, so I had a few friends over and we were celebrating. We were drinking, and sometime during that evening I realized Hugo wasn't in the house. He was lost. I went to look for him. We used to live far away from the town, no other houses around. So I was walking along the road, and suddenly this really fast car passed me by. It really scared me, and then I heard the tires screeching, and another car stopped quite close to me, a police car. I didn't really see who was driving it, I just saw that it was a woman. The car was just standing there for a moment, and then it drove off. And I saw Hugo, lying in the road.
So that was you. Mrs. Caswell, you were the one I saw that night.
Yes, and then when the police came to start asking questions, I remembered the person that I'd seen sitting in that car. It was the police officer who was in the investigation team, Officer Alice Wells. And I understood that the investigation was useless. And then when I got married, and I had my Hugo, I was trying to find you, and I found out that you were Chief Inspector. I'm in one of these photos, actually. How do I look?
That wasn't my fault. I didn't hit him. I'm sorry for what happened to your brother. I am, but I wasn't able to help him.
Oh, that doesn't matter now, does it? Everything's going to be okay now. I was hoping that if you came here, and I was able to see you, I would understand who you were. Cold, without emotions, or that I was wrong about you. One can change in 10 years. But I've been watching you all night, and I see that I wasn't wrong. Even when I was desperate, because I couldn't find Hugo, and I needed somebody to understand, you slapped me. When I begged you to find Hugo, you didn't want to do it. You were too busy with your own... well, whatever you were busy with. Who knows what else you've done? Things I don't even know about. I've been trying to make sense of you, maybe even understand you, but when I see how you behave, you don't care about others. You only act in your own best interest. Yesterday, I might have thought there was some good in you. But today... well, I hope that at least now, you'll do the right thing.
I could silence her. I could do it. But should I? I'm sorry. If I could go back, I would, please. Forgive me.
Forgive you? Forgive you? How can I forgive you? For the last 10 years, there hasn't been a day when I haven't wondered if you could have saved him. How can I forgive you? 10 years that my brother didn't get to live.
Well, what shall I do? What do you want?
I've always wanted to see you cry, to see you beg. I've wanted you dead, like my brother. But now, I just want you to go home. I want you to go to your police station, hand in your notice, and tell everyone about your negligence.
And then?
Then nothing. Nothing. That is enough. That is enough for me. Will you do it?
Should I admit to what I did? No! I can't do that. I won't. I didn't kill him.
Ms. Wells.
I'm a good person. I am.
Please, I'm begging you to do it.
No. I haven't done anything to you.
Okay, then. Okay. If you won't do it.
Wait, what are you doing?
You have a gun.
Hugo, go away. Just run away and hide in our room.
Mrs. Caswell.
Shut up! I don't want to hear it anymore.
Please, put the gun down.
No! You killed my brother.
But I didn't hit him.
I don't care!
Please, put the gun down. Revenge won't solve anything.
You're only saying that because you're scared.
Yes, I'm terrified. I don't want to die. I want to go back home and forget about all of this. I know you do too. I know you do. Please, just think about this. Think about your son. You want him to grow up.
Evidence number 111. Starring Zoe Robbins as Alice Wells, Rosamund Pike as Adele Caswell, Mike Bodie as Richard Caswell, Richard Reed as Reverend Timothy McCarthy, Kenny Blythe as Detective John Broderick, Abigail Rice as Receptionist Ethel Washington, Jamie Marshall as Chef Thomas Rogers, Atom Uniacke as Hugo Caswell, Rebecca Reesness as Judy, Paul Coltofiano as Newscaster, Michael Pitton as Police Officer Bowers, and James Beaumont as the guide. Story: Sylvia Divecki and Vladimir Marechek. Written by Vladimir Marechek. Lead programmer: Michal Zartopek. Directed by Tomáš Oramus. Music: Aleš Ramon. Dialogue recordist: David Kikera. Dialogue editor: Petr Neubauer. Sound effect editor: Petr Hilčanský. Foley artist: Radovan Eckert. Lead sound designer: Tomáš Oramus. Optimization for the visually impaired: Michal Jelinek. Licensed songs: Only Physically by Saka. Goodbye to Me, Traveler by Places. Monsters Inc. by Outsiders. Illustrations: Michal Kotsourek and Petr Drahoš. Marketing and promotion: Petr Poláček. PR by PR Outreach. Making of video by Aneshka Krushikova. Teaser by Krutart Animation Studio. We would like to thank all our friends who supported us throughout the development. by Play by Ears in partnership with Sound Square Studio. Thank you for playing.
Judy, what the hell are you doing here? Once Alice sees what you've done...
Don't just stand there. Come and help me. Something must have happened.
What are you talking about?
Can't you see? Alice hasn't come to work yet.
So what?
Damn it, Bowers, think. How many times over the years has Alice been late to work, even like 5 minutes late?
I guess you're right.
It's 10:30 now and she hasn't shown up yet.
Maybe she's sick. You know she had a headache. Have you tried calling her home?
6 times, but nobody's picking up. I've sent Wilson to her place, but I haven't heard from him yet. I'm trying to find something in here. Maybe she's left a note.
Have you tried going through Friday's recordings?
What?
Wait, let me play it.
It is a sealed brown envelope, which is registered under evidence number 111. Without opening the envelope, you will bring it to the Harbour Watch Inn on Cork Island, near Casco Bay, tomorrow evening.
What?
Sorry, what? Where?
Harbour Watch Inn, Cork Island, Casco Bay.
If you enjoyed the story, you can follow us on Facebook by swiping to the right. You can return to the main menu by swiping left. To repeat the help, swipe up with 2 fingers. Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn